Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go over our Forex trades for today, Monday, June 16th. Hope you had a great weekend. For your Ranger fans, sorry we couldn't pull it off on Friday night. Lost in double overtime. But they put up a good fight, so I guess it's really all you can ask. If they're not going to win, that they just don't get pushed over. World Cup started, so hopefully some people out there are into the soccer. Should be interesting. I'll be rooting for United States, of course, as well as Italy. Anyway, gonna go over. We just had one trade. Not a whole lot of news out there. Not a lot of economic news. We will be getting some tonight, overnight, around 4 in the morning, I believe. From I think it might be Great Britain, and then Wednesday we get the Fed meeting. So. Probably not going to see much action until after the Fed meeting. No big money manager, hedge fund is really going to take a large position, or at least initiate a large position prior to the Fed meeting. Although no one expects them to do much, it's all about the quantitative easing. Are they going to continue to unwind, as they've been claiming they're going to just continue $10 billion a month unwind until they get to zero. The economy has taken a turn for the worse. Everything is showing that. They can't blame the weather anymore. They tried to blame the weather over the winter. Here it is June. We're seeing numbers come out from April and May. The weather wasn't bad. So it's a structural problem. Hopefully the Fed acknowledges it. What they're doing, I hope they acknowledge that QE is not working as far as creating jobs. It's creating wealth for people that are in the stock market, that have investments. But it's not creating it's not creating jobs. People that have bonds, the interest rates are so low. The only reason why the bonds are remaining high in price is because the Fed keeps buying. So it's just I believe, or we believe, it's a structural problem that's in the economy. They may have to consider other measures. We've been calling for negative interest rates for bank reserves, so banks that are leaving money at the Fed, try to force them to lend. That's one alternative. They still may not lend. The other alternative is the Fed could go to a deflationary policy, meaning raising rates and creating. It won't create inflation, but it'll create a stronger dollar. Right now, our dollar is so weak from what the Fed's doing that the inflation is out of sight. Even though they won't acknowledge it, we've been saying all along it's out of sight. And we even posted the letter right from the Federal Reserve to their employees about the prices of the food in their cafeteria, that they have to raise the prices. And in the letter, they acknowledged inflation of 3 to 30 something percent, 30 plus, over 30% on certain food items. So at least they acknowledge it to their employees. They just don't acknowledge it to the public. It's a complete joke. But if they go to deflation, interest rates will rise. It'll make it more expensive to buy a house or buy a car or whatever. But on the flip side, dollar becomes a lot stronger. Maybe that will help the average person more than what they're doing. It'll hurt investments. But to what end will it hurt investments is the question. And that's what they're afraid of, really. Anyway, let's just skip all that. We'll go right to the trade here. I hope I didn't bore you too much. We had one trade, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, which was when we had a short signal, 1.01980. It tried to break through that 1.0190 several times. This was actually last night. We decided to cover when it tried to break through it 3 times or 4 times. By the third or fourth time, we decided to cover. Right move, wrong move, I don't really know, because you see here it bounced, came back to where we shorted, went against us a little bit if we would have held, and then this morning it came back down. This was around 9 o'clock this morning, and tried to break through that 1.0190 level again, and then failed. So, we'll take the 7.9 pips. It was a difficult trade. Nothing to brag about, but we'll take it and we'll put it in. And we'll look for another signal to come out and whatnot. So if you're still trading now, good luck. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way. And we'll be back tomorrow, assuming we get some action. Have a great evening.